In the early 19th century, a deadly commerce forged a collision between two great empires. When Qing China moved to stamp out an illicit trade that was tearing its society apart, Britain responded with naval bombardments and blockades, ushering in a new era of unequal treaties, extraterritorial rights, and the redefinition of sovereignty. Today, we explore how the First Opium War reshaped global power, international law, and our modern debates on trade ethics and drug policy. By the late 1700s, China's economy ran a surplus with Britain. Tea, silk, and porcelain streamed into Europe, while silver bullion poured east. To redress this imbalance, British merchants in colonial India began smuggling opium into southern China. What started as modest shipments soon exploded, from a few hundred chests in the 1790s to over 20,000 by 1839. The human cost was staggering. Millions became addicted, farm output declined, families fractured, and local officials grew alarmed at rising crime and social disorder. In 1838, Emperor Daoguang appointed Lin Zexu as imperial commissioner, charging him with eradicating the opium scourge. Lin's approach was uncompromising. He issued proclamations declaring opium a poison, arrested thousands of addicts, and arrested Chinese and foreign dealers alike. In spring 1839, Lin forced British traders in Canton to surrender over 20,000 chests, roughly 1,400 tons of opium. In a decisive act of legal assertion, the seized narcotics were publicly destroyed on Human Beach. Britain reacted furiously. London's government objected to the prospect of British subjects being tried in Qing courts. Diplomatic exchanges deteriorated when, in July 1839, inebriated British sailors killed a Chinese villager and refused Qing demands for extradition. By late 1839, skirmishes flared in the Pearl River estuary. The Qing Navy's archaic junks were no match for the Royal Navy's steam-powered gunboats and rifled artillery. In January 1840, Britain sent a fleet commanded by Admiral Sir George Eliot. Landing at Hong Kong in June, British forces embarked on coordinated riverine assaults. Over the next year, key operations included capture of Chusan in July 1840 to establish a forward base, assaults on Canton in May 1841 to force the city's surrender despite Qing naval blockades, and lastly, to advance to the Yangtze in 1842. This culminated in the storming of Zhenhai fortifications and the occupation of Nanjing. Despite valiant resistance from provincial armies, Qing forces lacked modern training, unified command, and advanced weaponry, revealing the widening technological and organizational gap between the two powers. On August 29, 1842, atop HMS Cornwallis, Qing plenipotentiaries signed the Treaty of Nanjing, the first of the so-called unequal treaties. Its key provisions: 6 million silver dollars indemnity paid to Britain, cession of Hong Kong Island in perpetuity, opening of 5 treaty ports: Canton, Amoy, Fuzhou, Ningbo, and Shanghai, extraterritorial rights for British subjects under the Supplementary Treaty of the Bogue signed in 1843, and the Most Favored Nation Clause, ensuring Britain benefited from any concessions to other powers. These clauses institutionalize foreign privilege on Chinese soil, eroding Qing sovereignty and setting a precedent for further foreign incursions. As we reflect on the First Opium War, from illicit trade to naval conquest, from treaty ports to modern international law, it becomes clear that the choices of 1840 to 1842 still inform how we balance commerce, power, and human welfare. If you found this analysis insightful, subscribe for more deep dives into the moments that shaped our world. Share your thoughts. What parallels do you see between the Opium War and today's global challenges? Join the conversation in the comments below.